Hi, this is the Tipsy Gypsy. Thanks for coming along for another ride today. If you remember at the end of this, subscribe and like my channel. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. I'm going to be trying to do at least 2 videos a week, if not more, if I can. Because a lot of you have really told me how much you enjoy seeing what Albuquerque's really like. You can't see the residential streets. If you do Google Earth, you can't drive down a residential street. You can only see the main arteries. So I'm going to take you through this little neighborhood here. This is also in the Northeast Heights. I told you I was going to show you all kinds of neighborhoods. This one here is just an average neighborhood, very affordable. I would imagine you could get a house that didn't need a lot of work. You could probably in the low 100s to probably about 180, just depending on, like I said, how nice the house is and square footage and all of that. It's a decent neighborhood. It's right at the base of the mountains. In Albuquerque, it's kind of a funny thing that you can just cross the street and you can be in a whole different neighborhood. Albuquerque's prices have really gone up a lot, so they're getting into some of these older neighborhoods like this and really fixing these houses up really cute, and these neighborhoods are really improving a lot. And I was telling you I was going to take you into some bad parts of Albuquerque, but kind of depends on who you are and where you live. Somebody who thinks it's a good neighborhood, somebody else might think it's a bad neighborhood. I think it's all subjective. And it's funny because some of the areas that I would actually consider to be not so good, their crime rate is much lower than up here in the Northeast Heights. So you just got to do your fact checking. I'm just going to tell you what I know. I've lived in Albuquerque most of my life, so I would suggest that you get on there and looking at the crime rates in different areas. I know the areas. I know because, like I said, I've been here my whole life. I can't give you exact statistics, but I know there are certain areas that I wouldn't live. Just because, well, one of them is like the international, they call it the International District now. They used to call it the War Zone. Although it is improving, I wouldn't want to live there. I wouldn't feel safe there. But like I said, it's subjective because I live in the Northeast Heights, and I believe, last time I checked, there was more crime up where I live than the International District. So it really just is up to the individual, but I'm just telling you how I feel about things. There's another park right there, another neighborhood park. I told you one thing I really like about Albuquerque is they have a park. You don't have to walk very far to find a park. They've got them all over, and you don't see that a lot in a lot of different cities, but Albuquerque does have a lot of parks. Climate is very conducive for being outdoors at the park. As a matter of fact, my son and I, this entire winter, and this is only the beginning of February, we have gone to the park 3 or 4 days a week. There was only one day we went when we had something blowing through, some sort of a storm, and it was really cold, and we just decided that it was too cold that day. But the very next day we went again, and it was fine. So anyway, I'm going to take you, this is another neighborhood that's just an average neighborhood. It's affordable. You know, just about anybody could afford to live here. Well, I shouldn't say just about anybody, but it's one of the more affordable neighborhoods in Albuquerque. It just depends on what you're looking for in a home, but like anything else, if you can afford a fixer-upper or have the skills to buy a fixer-upper, you can buy anything in any of these neighborhoods and just fix it up and make it worth a lot more than when you purchased it. But some of these homes are really cute. Older, I like the quaintness of older homes. They don't all look the same. There is a fair amount of tract housing in Albuquerque, I will say that, but you can find some really cute houses up here. These are some more affordable neighborhoods. And I think directly ahead is another park. That's what it looks like. So you can find parks all over. It's really nice if you have kids or if you have dogs. Albuquerque is a very pet-friendly place. They have a lot of restaurants here that allow you to take pets out on the patio. They even provide bowls for water for your pets. There's a couple of them that even let you bring your well-behaved pets inside. So Albuquerque's very pet-friendly. Yeah, this is another park up here. We're actually going north right now. My son and I have been to this park a few times. We brought our dog. But this kind of gives you an idea of, like I said, some of the more affordable neighborhoods. Even in the more affordable neighborhoods, though, people have, as you can see, some of these houses have come in and fixed them up and made them worth a lot more than what they were to begin with, and may not be affordable for those trying to come in at an entry-level price. But it just shows what you can do. You can get the ugliest house on the nicest street and turn it into your own castle. So I'm going to take you back out this way. We're going to go down Lomas. We're going to start, when we get up here to the stop sign, I'm going to go west on Lomas. And I'm just going to take, Lomas is a really long street in Albuquerque. It takes you all the way from the mountains, all the way down to Old Town Albuquerque, which I'm going to show you one of these days. I'm going to take you to Old Town and show you the plaza. It's really nice. I think you'd really like it. The street up here is Lomas. I'm going to go down Lomas just a little ways. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to take you in a neighborhood where I used to live, that you can still find some well-priced homes. We rented a house there, and I wanted in the worst way to buy the house, but our landlord didn't want to sell it to us. We absolutely loved our neighbors and our neighborhood. It was in a cul-de-sac, and we just hated to leave. We were really sad. We still go back and celebrate holidays with some of our neighbors over there. There wasn't one single neighbor in the entire cul-de-sac that we didn't like. We really liked, we were fortunate, and we didn't like the house we were in, but we didn't want to leave our neighbors. And that says a lot. Anyway, the name of the street we're on right now is Chelwood, and we're going north. And I'm just gonna be quiet here for a few minutes and just let you watch. person who goes to church, there are a lot of churches here. You won't have any trouble finding a church in your neighborhood. They've got churches everywhere. Albuquerque also, not so much Albuquerque, but the East Mountains, but Albuquerque does as well. They have a big homeschool community. So if you're a homeschooler, there's a lot going on here homeschool-wise, a lot of groups you can join, there's a lot of support. I homeschooled my son for a while, so I was really happy with the support I got from a lot of different homeschool groups. This is the neighborhood we lived in when we rented our house, and we used to come to this park all the time. One thing that they don't do here in the parks that I wish they would is I wish they would put covers over the children's play area, like a sun sail or something like that, because those slides get hot. You can't really bring your kids out here in the summer and let them play on the slides, which I've never understood why Albuquerque doesn't do something about that, because it gets hot here. Anyway, now we're going east. You can see the mountains straight ahead. If you get lost in Albuquerque, all you have to do is look for the mountains, and you know that way is east. My old neighborhood here. The houses in this area, like I said, if you find a fixer, you can get in at a good price. The prices are going up because it's really a desirable area. The homes are older. Most of them were built in the 70s. The house that we were renting here, our landlord bought it for, I believe, $180, and now it's worth probably maybe $200. Anyway, I'm going to take you down the cul-de-sac. This house right here on the right-hand side was the house that we rented. Had we known this one here was going to go up for sale, we would have bought that. Our neighbor passed away. It was really sad. She was a lovely woman. But this is our cul-de-sac. Really loved it here. I don't care for the school district, but what we did is we applied for a school transfer for our son, and we got the transfer. Anyway, the name of the street that I'm on right now is Prospect. And this here is Marie Park. This street is known all through Albuquerque for their Halloween. The whole neighborhood gets together and celebrates Halloween. They all come outside. Neighbors, several neighbors get together in their garage, and they have all kinds of stuff for the kids. You can walk up and down this whole neighborhood, and it's just, people drive here with their kids just to go to this neighborhood. It's really well known for celebrating Halloween, and it's fun. It gives you just that real tight community feeling. Okay, well, that is that neighborhood, and I'm going to go for now. Please like and subscribe. If there's anything that you want to see, just send me a message or put it in the comments section and tell me what part of Albuquerque you'd like to see. Take care. Thanks again. Bye-bye.